He has now claimed 2/3 of the FedEx Cup playoffs. All that's left now is the big win in Atlanta.
Settle in as we rewind the week with the latest edition of Monday Backspin from PGA TOUR.com.
Rory McIlroy rejoined the PGA Tour for the 2012 season because, well, he said he missed the Players Championship and because he wanted a shot at the FedEx Cup playoffs. Well, en route to his second motivation, the 23-year-old Northern Irishman claimed his second major victory in his young career, and then he claimed victory just 2 starts later in the second leg of the playoff race, the Deutsche Bank Championship, to claim the top spot in the FedEx Cup standings. Now, I would say that's a pretty successful resume in just his third full season on the PGA Tour, but when you're as good as Rory, you simply don't stop there. McIlroy battled an unbelievable leaderboard with Phil Mickelson, Vijay Singh, and Tiger Woods threatening all week, along with Dustin Johnson. But not one to ever crumble under pressure, McIlroy came out on Sunday at Crooked Stick in Carmel, Indiana, and put on an absolute clinic, carding a 5 under 67, remaining bogey-free for 17 holes to claim victory in back-to-back weeks, his third win in 4 starts, and his 4th win of the 2012 season. This win more than solidifies McIlroy's position as our FedEx Cup leader heading into the playoff finale, the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola in Atlanta in 2 weeks after a much-needed bye week for these guys that have been grinding it out all season long. Let's take a look, though, at how the FedEx Cup points reset for the Tour Championship. McIlroy will enter with the most points at 2,500, and from there it decreases by position. Remember, every player in the 30-man field has a mathematical chance of claiming the FedEx Cup with a victory. Even the last player to make it in, who will start off at East Lake with just 210 points, has a shot. A perfect example is Bill Haas, who entered the Tour Championship in 25th last year, but went on to win the tournament and the Cup because of how everyone ahead of him finished. Anything is possible in the finale. Now here are your top 5 in the FedEx Cup standings, with 3 of the biggest names in the game claiming some of those spots. It's McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Nick Watney, Phil Mickelson, and Brandt Snedeker who hold those coveted spots, where they are the only guys in the field that can control their own destiny in Atlanta. And here are the last 5 in. We've been keeping an eye on the Bubble Boys for 3 weeks, and the survivors have finally been named. John Huh becomes the only rookie to continue on to the finale in 2012. Ricky Fowler, Ryan Moore, John Senden, and Scott Piercy is your lucky number 30. Notables that saw their FedEx Cup dreams end in Indy are guys like defending FedEx Cup champion Bill Haas, who continues that streak of no defending champion ever making it back to the Tour Championship the next year. 2008 FedEx Cup champion Vijay Singh, who held a share of the lead after 54 holes, but just couldn't close the deal, along with Graham McDowell, and the Cinderella story of the playoffs, Graham DeLette. They all saw their impressive run come to an end in Week 3. Now for more of the memories of an incredible shootout, the BMW Championship, let's throw out to Bob Stevens of SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
Besides maybe the greatest final round leaderboard since maybe the '86 Masters, the thing I will remember most about this BMW Championship actually has to do with music and a couple of songs. You don't think of music when you think of Indiana. Remember the song God Didn't Make Little Green Apples and It Don't Rain in Indianapolis in the Summertime from O.C. Smith? I think we proved that wrong with the 3 inches of rain they had on Friday night following the 2 inches of rain the week before from the hurricane. Water certainly was an impact on this tournament. The other song I'll certainly remember is Back Home Again in Indiana. Jeff Overton and Bo Van Pelt have been playing the PGA Tour for years now. Overton lives in Bloomington, not far from Indianapolis. Van Pelt hasn't been here in 20 years since he went away to school at Oklahoma State, and yet they were both brought back as conquering heroes. The fans here in Indiana love their PGA Tour golf. Hopefully it'll be less than 22 years before they see it again. The PGA Tour takes the week off before the Tour Championship coming up. It'll be a week from Thursday. We'll have opening round coverage on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio beginning at noon Eastern a week from Thursday.
Thanks, Bob. Well, like you said, we do have a week off, but we will return rested and ready to go on September 19th with your PGA Tour Day preview before round 1 kicks off that Thursday in the final stretch in the race for the FedEx Cup.